Students, close your eyes for a moment. I want you to smell something. Wet stone, smoke, the iron tang of blood baking in the midday sun. Now open them, because you are standing in the middle of the world's first megacity, and it is nothing like you imagined. Forget the postcards, forget the white marble and the serene columns. The Rome I am about to show you was loud, filthy, terrifying, and magnificent all at once. It was a city of 1 million people, a number so staggering that no city on earth would match it for 1,000 years. And it was built, held together, and kept alive by a combination of genius engineering, brutal spectacle, and the quiet, daily terror of ordinary life. Augustus Caesar famously claimed, "I found Rome a city of bricks and left it a city of marble." A beautiful line, but students, it is only half the truth. For 90% of those 1 million souls, Rome was not a city of marble. It was a city of insulae, the world's first high-rises. 5, sometimes 6 stories of cheap wood and crumbling brick, stacked so high they blocked out the sun in the streets below. The higher you lived, the cheaper your rent, and the closer you were to death. No running water reached those upper floors, no kitchens. Families of 5 squeezed into rooms of 30 square meters, cooking over open flames in buildings that could, and regularly did, collapse or catch fire without warning. The Vigiles, Rome's 7,000-strong fire brigade and police force, fought a nightly battle against the city's own architecture. And at night, the city never slept. Julius Caesar had banned wheeled traffic during the day to ease the crushing congestion. So when darkness fell, the streets erupted. Iron-rimmed wagon wheels ground against stone. Drivers shouted. Cargo crashed. If you lived in an insula, your nights were a symphony of chaos that never, ever stopped. Now, students, here is where Rome's genius truly reveals itself. To keep 1 million people alive, the Romans had to move water on a scale the ancient world had never attempted. 11 major aqueducts, over 1 million cubic meters of water delivered every single day. Think about that number. 1 million cubic meters every single day. The Aqua Claudia alone stretched 69 kilometers from the mountain springs, entering the city on stone arches 27 meters high, as tall as a 9-story building. Powered by nothing but gravity and extraordinary precision, it fed 1,352 public fountains and 11 massive imperial baths. Every resident received roughly 1,000 liters of water per day. 1,000 liters per person per day. Most modern cities do not match that figure even today. And those baths, students, I need you to understand what the baths actually were. They were not simply places to wash. They were the social engine of the entire city. For a single copper coin, the smallest denomination in Roman currency, anyone could enter. Slave and senator, merchant and soldier. The baths of Trajan covered 10 hectares. The later baths of Caracalla housed 1,600 bathers simultaneously, with libraries in both Greek and Latin, mosaic floors that shimmered under the steam, and marble columns in every hall. This was Rome's political genius in physical form. Keep the masses comfortable, keep them entertained, keep them content. It was the first half of a formula that every Roman emperor understood with cold, calculating clarity. The second half of that formula was louder, much louder. At the Circus Maximus, a quarter of the city's entire population packed the stands to watch chariot racing. 250,000 people, students, in a single venue. 4 factions, The blues, the greens, the reds and the whites inspired a loyalty so fierce it regularly ended in full-scale riots. Charioteers raced at 75 kilometers per hour with their reins tied around their waists. A crash did not mean a fall. It meant being dragged to death under the hooves of a dozen horses. A victory meant wealth beyond imagination. A crash meant oblivion. The crowd did not look away. They never looked away. But the circus was merely the warm-up act, because 2 kilometers away stood something that still makes the modern world stop and stare: the Colosseum. Completed in 80 AD, 50,000 seats. 76 numbered entrances, so efficient that the entire crowd could be seated or evacuated in minutes. Beneath the arena floor, a 2-story labyrinth of cages and machinery where slaves operated 28 elevators. A trapdoor would open, and a lion would appear in the blinding sunlight, as if conjured from the earth itself. To the crowd, it was magic. To the lion, it was a death sentence. To the gladiator standing in the sand, it was both. Over 3 centuries, 400,000 people died in this arena. Hundreds of thousands of animals, lions from Africa, bears from Germany, elephants from Egypt, were hunted to near extinction to satisfy the Roman appetite for spectacle. This was the bread and circuses that kept 1 million people politically silent while their emperors ruled from the Palatine Hill above. And speaking of those emperors, they were not as safe as they appeared. Breaking centuries of Roman tradition that forbade armies inside the city, Augustus stationed the Praetorian Guard within Rome's walls. 10,000 elite soldiers, paid 3 times the salary of regular legions, dressed in unmistakable ceremonial armor. They were the most powerful military force in the city. They were also the most dangerous force in the city. The Praetorians assassinated at least 13 emperors. They overthrew dynasties. They once, and students, I need you to hear this clearly, they once auctioned the imperial throne to the highest bidder. The men sworn to protect the emperor became, in the end, his greatest executioners. If the Colosseum was Rome's body, the Pantheon was its mind. Rebuilt by Hadrian between 118 and 126 AD, its unreinforced concrete dome spans 43 meters, still the largest of its kind in the world. At its crown, the oculus opens to the sky, and a single beam of light moves across the interior like a sundial measuring eternity. Stand beneath it today, and you stand exactly where emperors stood 2,000 years ago. The concrete has not moved. The light has not changed. Rome built things to last, and they did. Rome built the greatest city the world had ever seen. It fed its people, entertained them, protected them, and gave them water, marble, and spectacle in quantities no civilization had ever attempted. But students, a city of 1 million people is also a city of 1 million souls. And souls do not live on water and bread alone. Beneath the marble streets, in underground chambers lit by single torches, something was stirring. A collision of gods, cults, and a dangerous new faith from the East was about to shake the empire to its foundations. And no emperor, not even the greatest, would be able to stop it.